Hey Rebels. Okay, so I'm hearing a remix between You Will Know and We Can't Be Friends by RL and Deborah Cox. So should I say Deborah Cox and RL? Um, the energy that is being received from this message, and let's get it clear now, educational and entertainment purposes, use your own discernment. Okay, the energy that is being received through this remix is there is a complication. Someone feels with imprisonment at the bottom of the deck. Someone feels imprisonment due to what they can envision themselves having with you and what is actually had with you. Though, on your end, Spirit wants you to know that to stand tall, despite what you know, there's more to what you know, and you're not seeing everything. So I don't know if this is an abandonment of pointing out and realizing the red flags and trying to be too humble and too graceful of, everybody has problems. Spirit wants you to live in alignment with what's in alignment with you. Is there anything else, Spirit? Also, Spirit wants you to stand tall because it's going to get hard despite what you know. So stand up tall, don't you fall, because you will know and you will come to find out whatever this is that is about to be revealed to you here on this table, as well as what's going to happen in your actual factual life. Something's not you're overlooking something and you're making an exception as well. There's this energy of someone is playing in your face because the song We Can't Be Friends because I'm still in love with you. It's about a breakup between two people who have a long history. And in realizing that they're breaking up, they're realizing that the things that seem as so normal for them are no longer going to be able to um, be there, be present, be accessible. So let's go ahead and dip into this Kipper. What can we find out from this Kipper-ish? Okay, here we go. Love spell. So you say move this way. Okay. Love spell. And we got a third wheel. Okay. Occupation. Third leg. But I heard third wheel. Okay. Other direction. This is travel. Commitment. Third leg. Starseed. One more for that end. It's going to be a surprise. Unbothered. And trusted. So, Rebel, I'm seeing here, regardless of, you have two ways, you have two directions that you can go. But depending on the direction that you go in, Spirit is saying that you are going to have to commit to this and be unbothered because once one door closes, this other one will swing wide open, and it's going to be everything that it's going to be. That due to what is happening within astrology right now, this is a very pivotal time of making choices of what you align with. Now, do understand and remember that Spirit does not force you to do anything. You are laid out options and opportunities, and then you have a choice to make. So, what is it that you are going to have to trust that, as far as your choices? So, we have Starseed here with commitment and travel. But then you also have the priestess with occupation and love spell. And looking at the one that comes with other soul, either you commit to this romance, or you commit to yourself. This is not a situation of you being able to have both, depending on whom this person is that you will be committed to, because the person who it is that you have as an option right now will put you in a position of your cooperation being that you are not going to be able to travel towards this occupation. And this is not to say that if you were to not choose to deal with this person, that you wouldn't be able to align with someone where you can have both romance and your occupation. But as far as this current person, past, present, future, as far as this current person, they put you in a strain of like, there you go. Yeah, attacking my throat. They put you in a strain of being in a position of a liability. If you were to try to have both your occupation and this person, whomever this person resonates for you, if you were to try to have your occupation and this person is going to put so much pressure on you that you will have to make a choice eventually. So Spirit is saying they're presenting you with this message now for you to understand that you have this choice before the commitment is solid. Let's go ahead and it's going to, of course, it's going to be a surprise to you, because if you try, you see the flags are already there. And for you to avoid acknowledging, calling out, or moving right along from what you already see to be obvious and feel like you can change someone or change how they're going to deal with you within the time that you need, let's say within the time that you need for this occupation, they're going to give you pushback. They're going to give you some type of pushback, even if this pushback winds up tapping into your insecurities, wind up tapping into your triggers, wind up tapping into your enablement to be secure. Is enablement even a word? I have no clue, but we going to eventually. I don't know if it comes back up, then we'll look it up. But you get the gist of what I'm saying. You won't be able to commit to this person and have that part of independence of your own, not just your financial development, but your ability to create freely the way that you will want to. So let's go ahead and pull this next round. Spirit said, trust yourself and ask yourself, what is it that you can live with? What is the decision? What is your must that you cannot look at yourself and confirmation that you cannot live with? What are your non-negotiables when it comes down to you? And caution with who you're negotiating with. There is always this energy of, if you are solid in who you are, you don't need to overly explain to someone else to get them to jump on a bandwagon with you. Just move in your own authority. And those who are willing to be there, pay attention to why they're willing to be there, because sometimes they're willing to be present just to see what it is of your movement, your momentum that can be sacrificed, as well as where they can benefit at. Maybe they're possibly there as support, but due to this read, they're definitely not. So say we can't be friends because I'm still in love with you. So this person really wants a lot of your time to be invested in not just them, but reassurance within your actions, your behavior, your vocabulary, your presence, that you are about committing to them. There's going to be a sense of you being able to be an individual, but not in the realms of them feeling that something that you do can potentially leave them behind. So, and there it is, bondage. Yeah, okay. Emotional pain. concern. Divination. I love to see it, but at the same time, it sucks. Okay. And karmic masculine, baby. Oh. Road endings and unexpected money. And also at the bottom, we have distant future. We're going to stick this right up here. Okay. So though these cards are confirmation to what has already been spoken, we're still going to go through it. So Spirit really wants you to be in the energy of whatever it is that you choose, to not be bothered, to be completely unbothered with your choice. Whichever one you choose. Remember, this is a combination here. Love, spell, and commitment, and this is a combination here. Your occupation, and your travel. So, which also brings in, yes, this is in regards to a companionship, a relationship, a union. Like I said, it's gonna hold you down. It's gonna restrict you in so many ways, and also in ways of that you've been processing yourself within your self-independence, moving forward here with Spirit. So it's not to say that Spirit isn't going to be there with you. It's just that you're going to choose to take the detour in this one direction versus in another direction. And that you're saying, Spirit, yes, I want this relationship. So therefore, Spirit, assist me in this relationship. Guide me in this relationship. If you choose travel with divination, occupation, and emotional pain. I feel that this emotional pain is because if you choose the occupation over the relationship commitment, Spirit wants you to, let's split the deck and just be fair. Okay. All right. Right there. The emotional pain is that you'll have to, with the help of Spirit, be guided through the shoulda, coulda, wouldas of what would have happened with the commitment, and really invest in yourself and continue to understand that you are not alone, and that something or someone else is going to align themselves with you in the choice of this occupation. Now, why does this seem like an emotional pain, right? The reason that it seems like an emotional pain is because us as humans, we tend to make exceptions for taking a shortcut. Okay, so this person is here right now. You know what? If I just be with them, then I won't have to be alone for the rest of this time. And you don't even know the outcome, right? I won't have to be alone, or I won't have to wait for the next person to come in and start all over. Us as humans, there's a lot of people who don't like to start relationships over and go through the whole dating process and getting to know someone process and everything that comes with that, right? So Spirit said there's another relationship if you choose to align yourself with this occupation energy, right? And let go of this most current or past, present, future, current relationship, right? There's another person there. But there's also a different you on the other side of this occupation. Do you have the patience? Are you willing to focus on you to further develop yourself? Or are you saying that this person here in the current is well enough? This version of yourself in the current is well enough, and that you can let go of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, or what would have happened if, right? Here with divination and travel, Spirit has definitely been dropping the seeds and you planting the seeds in you and letting you know what your potential is. But remember, potential does not mean that it's evident. Potential is just, it's possibility, but you have to create that possibility to become reality. Oh, we done already went over the love spell with the bondage. There's no wiggle room. to say, I'm going to have this relationship with whoever this current option is, and I'm going to try to sneak off and try to convince them, or just once they see, then they will get on board. It's not one of those situations, because there's this level of insecurity I'm feeling off of this person, and everyone has a sense of insecurity, right? And even if you're saying, oh, well, I don't have no insecurities. Well, if you don't have any insecurities, then I guess you feel like you get as far as you can as far as your personal development. Exactly. You have it. Because why else would you be listening to tarot if you did not feel that there was more for you to know, right? So here with occupation and the emotional pain. Spirit said, do not let go of this message. Do not avoid it, because this is a red flag that's going to present itself, and this message will come back to the front of your brain and remind you, right? So there is a choice that needs to be made. All right. So here with the karmic masculine, I'm sure you want to know, like, why is the karmic masculine here? Because once again, there's a level of insecurity of this person feeling that if you were to invest your time into this grand occupation of yours, continue to develop yourself further, that the insecurities of themselves will come up to surface of feeling like they're left behind. And I'm sure when you're in a relationship with someone and they feel like they're going to be left behind, they get to projecting, and they get to the place of wondering and accusing you of things that may not even be happening. But as well, here with the mature woman, you have to make the best choice for you. You have to make the choice for you that you are able to live with. No throwing a tantrum party of, oh my goodness, I could have had if I didn't deal with you. Although you can do that if you want to. It's not going to turn out good, because then you are pretty much what's the word that we're looking for? You're going to resent this person. And so that's why Spirit is saying, take a pause. Decide what you want for you, not how it is that you want to collaborate with this person. And yes, it's a bit concerning. And here with concern and surprise, it is a bit concerning, because why would this roadblock, be thrown in position for your confirmation? Why would it be in position for you to have to make such a choice? Because Spirit is not all love and light. Spirit is going to tap into your darkness. Spirit is going to tap into your weakness. And speaking of your darkness and your weakness, we come in here. Here in the background, you have Shadow Affair. In crowd, POV. So here with Shadow Affair, this is why this message is ultimately coming to your attention. Because you have to be reminded through choices, options, and opportunities that you are presented with that no one has it all. So although ideally, because of who you are right now, this person may seem like everything that you've ever wanted. But think about, the more you grow, the more you know. And as we said at the beginning of this message, you will know. Okay? Remember, there's more here despite what you know. Even when it comes down to you, you may feel like, you know what, I know myself so, you know yourself so well. Even though you know yourself so well, there's still more of you and of life for you to live. All right? It's like, for instance, let's say you never had shrimp, or you never had ice cream, or whatever the case may be before. How do you know you like something, and that you're willing to keep it in your archives of your interests until you have it? So it's the same thing in regards to your experiences. So there's not just insecurities within this person. There's insecurities within you. And as far as how you would feel that you would be able to speak up, or how you would be able to stand up for yourself and represent yourself if you were to be with this person, because there's this energy of whatever this occupation is. It's it's going to make this person once again feel like they're being left behind. And if you try to hold on to this person, you're going to make them a hostage to your situation, and you're going to wind up having them listening to conversations that they cannot register in their head because of how it makes them feel, how it's going to make them look at you, the things that they're going to be concerned about. So, in which it's going to cause them to move a different way also, because there's not going to be a trusting situation for them. But also, off bat, Spirit said they want you to trust in yourself before things get any deeper. The unexpected money, either which way, you're gonna be privileged to something, but you're there's still this hold, there's still this feeling of bondage, of feeling that you don't have all parts of you that you can later on come into development of. So you're in a shadow affair with yourself, and you're being asked to take away the in crowd perspective of what other people would think, what other people already know, and really make a decision for yourself and live with this decision. Ditto. You even have ditto. What does it say here? Yeah, so willful compliance. Willful compliance in your alignment, in your collaborations. Self-explanatory. Multifaceted is back here as well. Multifaceted and triggering outcomes and chain reactions, and the teddy bear effect. So even though you would innocently feel that, you know what, I can manage this, I can have this and I can have that, and I can bring them both together, and this is with this one specific person. This is not saying every person throughout the remainder of your life, if you was to leave this person behind and pursue forward as well. There's this message of be careful of getting into relationships with people who you don't want to lose, because we don't pay much attention to it until the breakup happens. That when you take on a boyfriend or girlfriend, whether you want to say that's my wife, that's my husband, this is my man, this is my woman, however the titles go for you, when you take on another person, or that person takes on you in a relationship, when it doesn't work out, you no longer know that person the way that you once knew them. You no longer potentially will even be able to have a relationship with that person due to the fact of the breakup. Light just went off. So yeah, I feel that was definitely a very important message for you. The fact of, do not get into an interest of having a relationship of intimacy or building with someone who you are afraid of losing. Now, I can understand the whole concept of, well, if I get in a relationship with them, doesn't that mean that, I'm saying that I don't want to lose them? No, because you never know what that person may do towards you, or that you can do just being you that's going to turn that person off and make them look at you differently. So if you have a friend even who you're interested in having, who you like, oh yeah, they're cute and we get along so well, leave them alone. Leave them alone, because there are certain things that you just can't never come back from. So here we're multifaceted. Yeah, you're capable of so much, but due to the energy that we're feeling of this person, they, like I said, they're going to be afraid of being left behind, and you're going to spend more time on trying to negotiate and convince this person, or even show, build and construct something and then show them. It's going to trigger something in them because they are comfortable in the position in life that they have, even within the lines of their complaining about it. Their discomforts. You probably feel like they want more, so if you are capable of building more, why is it that they just can't accept that you build this for y'all? They don't believe in that. They don't feel that way. I'm being pulled over here to this, so let's quickly run through, because Six of Swords. So there's a choice that has to be made that is not going to be avoidable, or you can avoid the choice if you like to, and the evidence will prove for itself. Three of Swords, Three of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Okay, what is this? Ace of Swords. What is that? Four of Wands. Temperance. Ten of Cups. And the Page of Pentacles. So once again, here with the overall layout, Spirit is saying, where are you satisfied at? What is it that is going to give you that sense of a solid beginning? What is it that is going to give you that that ability to be flexible within your change? Because ultimately, dwelling and comparing or living and trying to make both of these exist at the same time is going to put you, once again, in a sense of restraint. It's going to make you feel confined. So the best thing for you to do is to make a choice. Here with Temperance, it says 1 foot in water, 1 foot in land. Part man, part woman, part angel. Now, though we have Temperance here, it's not about you being able to, have 1 foot on land and 1 foot on water and, have them both. No, this is about you getting rid of the fairy tale and seeing things for exactly what it is. And, So we got, I choose them. I was going to lay it down. The Spirit said grab the whole deck. I choose them and manipulation. Now, usually when I pull out this deck, it's like, oh no, the other person. No. Spirit said there's no manipulating this situation, because you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it, and you're ultimately gonna be the one who's gonna pay the price. And this, another thing that's coming up is that when it comes to betrayal. When it comes to betrayal, why do I keep on wanting to say it with the people? When it comes down to betrayal is not always about what somebody else did to you and them deceiving you and painting a picture that things were. Betrayal can also be you betrayed. Well, you know what word I'm trying to say. Yourself in the situation by making yourself believe something that was not evident, making yourself believe that you can convince somebody else, making yourself believe that you can manipulate someone else into siding with you, making yourself comfortable in a situation that was not meant for you, making yourself believe that, I can do this later on. So look at the betrayal of yourself. Because this person, whoever this person is, they are who they are. And their growing point, yes, they can grow more, but it's not going to be in the direction of what this occupation is. It's not going to be in the direction of the maturity level that you can reach. Okay? Even if they mature a little bit more or a lot of bit more, it's not going to be at the elevated point that you can, right? So what do we have here? All right. Voodoo. And interesting, voodoo with love spell. Body. So Spirit really wants you to look at, what is freedom to you? Is freedom really you collaborating with this current person? Or is freedom you continuing to venture out and discover yourself and not be fearful of, okay, I don't know if I ever have somebody, or will I ever have somebody? Stop seeking someone else out when you are still discovering yourself. What do we have? Okay, that's thick. Twin flame. Interesting. Can we get a third layer right here? Just friends. Yeah. Religion. Gold digger. And silver fox. All right. So Spirit, once again, Spirit said, take away the in-crowd perspective of what other people will think. Yes, this person is a twin flame of yours, and that's why you feel so comfortable with them even when things are uncomfortable for you. But to really look at, are you willing to desert this twin flame and potentially, it says it's complicated. Potentially, y'all can just be friends if you end things now, or are you willing to travel amongst yourself and be on your own here with the desert? Okay, and here, over here, and yes, it's all the spirit. Okay, you got love spelling, you got voodoo, right? The spirit is showing up, letting you know what it is and what it ain't. Okay, um, here with body, and notice I didn't put the third leg over here. Here with body and soulmate. Okay, ooh, gender expressions, your actual identity. Okay, and mm, 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 mm. You gotta find yourself. You gotta find yourself in your choice. You have to find yourself in your choice and not pay attention to others and how they will perceive things and what they will want you to do. Is so important because there's this teddy bear effect back here where it's just like you are kind of in the fantasy land of parts of your mind. Is still in the manipulation of you can paint this picture with with this other person, but they're not painting, and though they're painting too, and though they're invested in you however they choose to be invested in you, they're not necessarily painting the same picture that you're painting within your mind. Can you live with that? Right? Spirit say one choice is not, you know worse off than the other, but depending on who you are and what you can live with is how that's going to show up. You have to look at the maturity level of yourself. And ooh, with the gold digger, what's yours is yours, and what's theirs is theirs. But when you are in a relationship with somebody, what's their shit is going to become your shit, and what's your shit is going to become their shit. Right, Spirit, can we get a card here? You know how we want it. You know how we want it. There it is. Okay, I say pick one. All right, so it's like pick a card. And it says, if you find yourself stuck in a situation you are unhappy with, ask yourself why you are still there. Is it fear of the unknown, leaving toxic situations, or people can be the best thing you could do for your soul and your spirit? Leaving toxic situations, or there it is, leaving toxic situations or people can be the best thing you can do for your soul and for your spirit. Be fierce. And then we have the hippo. And it says, if you are becoming bored with your life, you have the creative power to stir things up. And what's this? Everything you can do. You can do this by starting new projects, setting new goals, and making spiritual connections. So, which is it going to be, George? Which is it going to be? Let's pull this top card right here. And it's, and there you got surprise again. And once again, you got things to think about, things to ponder about. Tick, tick, boom. It says, wild at heart, a desire for freedom leads to running away again. So someone, if you don't choose this person, they're going to feel like you ran away again. Okay? And if you choose yourself, what are you running away from? And it says unexpected shifts, 0505. And I'm going to hold this here. And you can screenshot that and read that for yourself right there. Okay? All right, Rebel. So I love you. And as always, go make your life do what it needs to do for you. And I feel that it's very important. Last thing you see, 1 second of a choice can change everything. Go Rebels.